The most important day in women's wrestling of the year will take place June 27th in San Antonio, Texas, as Anarchy Championship Wrestling presents the second annual American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament with a field of the 8 top women's wrestlers in the world today. The hottest feud in 2010 in ACW comes to Anarchy Televised as the Submission Squad takes on the Smurf Nation alongside Brett Masters on top of the biggest one-day tournament in women's wrestling. We also have 3 non-tournament matches featuring the ACW Anarchists, one of which features Jessica James having the opportunity to capture the ACW U30 title on the biggest night in women's wrestling against rival and U30 champion Robert Evans. Showtime Scott Summers has only stood across the ring from JT LaMotta on 2 different occasions. The first time being October 12, 2008, when JT LaMotta picked up a pinfall on Showtime Scott Summers in a 3-way dance that later saw Jimmy Jacobs walk out with Showtime Scott Summers' ACW heavyweight title. The other time was last month, May 16th, 2010, when after a distraction from Darren Childs, JT LaMotta once again picked up a pinfall on Showtime Scott Summers. Showtime Scott Summers has never pinned JT LaMotta, but Showtime Scott Summers has never been in a one-on-one match with JT LaMotta. And on June 27th, for the first time ever, one-on-one, the underground icon Showtime Scott Summers will take on JT LaMotta, the Mind of Wrestling, one-on-one. In an 8-man tag that features an explosive mix of the top anarchists in ACW, Matthew Palmer, Jake Spliskin, ACH, and Sean Vex will take on Darren Childs and The Takeover, a group that was formed at last year's American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament. Athena, the Joshi representative for the Submission Squad, a group that fights and bleeds for the pride of St. Louis, a group that claims to be the best thing to come from St. Louis, and that attitude has caught the ire of one of St. Louis's favorite daughters. So on June 27th, in the opening round, it'll be Athena one-on-one for the first time with Mischief. The fastest rising star in women's wrestling, the internet darling of women's wrestling, Nicole Matthews, goes up against the American Joshi monster, the Standard, the woman in which every other female wrestler is judged against, Sarah Del Rey, for the first time anywhere. Sarah Del Rey versus Nicole Matthews, one-on-one in the opening round of the American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament. Portia Perez will take on Daisy Hayes in a rematch of last year's American Joshi Queen of Queens opening round. You know, Portia Perez has made a lot of excuses about why Daisy Hayes defeated her, but one she's never made public is the fact that she was competing with a severely sprained ankle. Portia Perez is a lot tougher than anyone gives her credit for, and Daisy Hayes, a pioneer of American Joshi, is known for being one of the toughest and most resilient women in the world. So in this opening round match, one woman has to lose and one woman will win. April 21st, 2007, Anarchy Championship Wrestling promoted its first Joshi match, featuring former WCW Cruiserweight Champion Daphne Unger taking on perennial favorite Rachel Summerlyn. And what began as a teacher-student relationship quickly deteriorated in one of the most famous feuds in ACW history. And the last time these two women were in the ring, it was a wild and bloody brawl. But this time, it means even more, as TNA Knockout Daphne Unger takes on Rachel Summerlyn for the ACW American Joshi title in the opening round of the American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament. And the ACW Joshi title will be on the line throughout the night. Anarchy Championship Wrestling is proud to present the second annual American Joshi Queen of Queens tournament, June 27th in the North San Antonio area at Hooligans, 13920 North I-35, Live Oak, Texas. Doors open at 2:15 and the main show goes on at 3 o'clock. For tickets and further information, please visit www.anarchychampionshipwrestling.com.